What if I told you there's a simple, inexpensive vitamin that could reduce your risk of a heart attack by nearly 50%? Sounds unbelievable, right? But growing scientific evidence is pointing toward the impressive heart protective power of vitamin K2, not to be confused with vitamin K1, which is important for blood clotting. Vitamin K2 plays a vital role in calcium metabolism and cardiovascular health. When we think about heart disease, one of the key concerns is the buildup of calcium in our arteries, a condition known as arterial calcification. This hardening of the arteries can lead to serious complications like heart attacks and strokes. Vitamin K2 activates a protein called matrix GLA protein, which prevents calcium from being deposited in the arteries and instead helps direct it to the bones where it belongs. Several long-term studies, particularly from the Netherlands, have shown a strong correlation between higher vitamin K2 intake and significantly reduced rates of cardiovascular disease. One remarkable study followed thousands of participants over a decade and found that those with the highest intake of K2 had a 50% lower risk of dying from heart-related issues compared to those with the lowest intake. What makes this even more important for seniors is that as we age, calcium tends to leach out of bones and accumulate in soft tissues, including arteries. This means older adults are particularly vulnerable to arterial stiffness and calcification, making vitamin K2 especially critical after the age of 60. You might be wondering, where do you get vitamin K2? Unlike K1, which is found in leafy greens, K2 is abundant in fermented foods like natto, a Japanese soybean dish, aged cheeses, and animal products like liver and egg yolks. Unfortunately, it's not as commonly consumed in Western diets, which is why many experts recommend supplementation, especially for those over 50 or anyone with a family history of heart disease. Importantly, vitamin K2 works synergistically with vitamin D3 and calcium. Without K2, calcium supplements may do more harm than good by increasing the risk of arterial plaque. So if you're taking calcium or vitamin D, it's crucial to also ensure sufficient K2 intake. Of course, before starting any supplement, always consult your healthcare provider, especially if you're on blood thinners, as vitamin K can interfere with certain medications. But the emerging science is too compelling to ignore. This underrated vitamin could be a game changer in preventive cardiology. So if you're serious about protecting your heart, start by evaluating your vitamin K2 intake. Small dietary changes or targeted supplementation could dramatically lower your heart attack risk and improve your overall cardiovascular health. Like, share, and comment if you found this helpful, and let's spread the word about this heart-saving vitamin.